What's up, guys, and welcome back to the channel. I appreciate you guys for joining each and every time you guys do decide to join me. I got all three of the bikes out, man. Don't wonder why. I'm going to tell you. Windshields, man. All three different windshields on all these bikes, and I got a couple more that I'm going to show you guys. But I've been asked, why do you go with Clockworks windshields? I'm going to be honest with you. That's what I like the most, and it's very simple. They work. A lot of guys choose windshields for all different types of reasons, man. Looks, performance, just what they've been using for a while, and height. All those different things matter. Just size overall matters when it comes to a windshield, and I think it's very important. Everybody puts a different windshield on it, but it needs to be able to function. Every time I put a windshield on one of my bikes, I got to make sure, hey, this is one that's going to do something for me, especially for the type of ride I'm going to be doing. So let's start with my 24 Road Glide CVO. It's sporting the 10-inch Clockworks windshield. Now, why did I choose 10-inch? Well, I went to Daytona without a windshield, guys. I used the factory windshield. No big deal. Not very bad. I wear a full face helmet. But when I got to Daytona, I was like, yeah, I need a windshield. I want something to upgrade from the Harley style, CVO style windshield, which is very short. I might say it might be 5-6 inches. This is a 10. Now, Clockworks is there, and they do all their install, but they're going to tell you, hey, what size you need based off height. You want a windshield that you don't have to look through. You want to be able to look over, but you want it to do some protecting. Now, when you do a Clockworks windshield, it comes with a lip. Now, this lip has been trademarked from what I understand, and nobody else can do it. These bikes have been put through a wind tunnel with a windshield on to just make sure they got it perfectly set up for your size of rider. Expensive. Between the three of us, three of my buddies also got windshields at the same time, but between the three of us, we almost spent about $1,000 all together. I'm not saying they're cheap. No windshield is cheap, as a matter of fact, but you're paying for quality. You're paying for just that overall different quality that you're going to get from any other windshield, like a Harley windshield or something like that. And I'm not bashing Harley. I'm not bashing anybody, but some do perform a little bit better than others. For example, the Clockworks windshield has a bubble. If you've ever ridden sport bikes, you know you want a bubble, so when you're riding a helmet, the air is filtered right over you, so there's no buffeting and things like that. So they perfected it. They also perfected the lip on the edges. That's to get over the shoulders. Yeah, and that's to get over the hands. You don't want your body being beat up on a 5-hour ride or more, especially when you're out on the highway and you're getting somewhere, and then you got to get back home. You want that ride to be the most enjoyable that you can get. So Clockworks for me on my road glide, on my road bikes, on something that I'm going to be doing some distance on. Now, to each his own. To each his own. I haven't tried many other ones, but I have tried some other ones, and I got them on the table, and I'm going to show you. So for the Road King, Clockworks doesn't make a windshield for the Road King, and if they do, I just don't know about it right now. But what I will tell you is this wind splitter is doing its job. Most comfortable ride on a Harley that you can imagine, especially on a Road King. Yeah, it's a 16-inch wind splitter. Let me tell you a short story. I took the bike out when I first got it, no windshield at all, got on the highway, and I really wasn't feeling it. I wear a full face helmet, but I still really wasn't feeling it because it was just too much wind. It was almost like riding down the road with the doors open. You're just catching so much wind, it's gonna beat up your body after a long ride. Some guys do it, helmet, half helmet and glasses, and they get in the wind, but that's not for me. That's not for me. I'm usually doing good numbers out there. I'm doing a little bit of speed, so I want something that's going to protect me from the rocks, the bugs, and all those different things. The one I found that was the most attractive and the one that I've heard the most about was the wind splitter from Harley. I call Harley up. Do you have one? Yep, come get it. It's $500. More expensive than all the other windshields you're going to see today, but well worth it, and I think it looks really good. I see right over the top. I think the standard size is the 16. Like I said, many other companies make a windshield for a Road King, but to each his own. Let's get to bipolar. This is my 21 Road Glide Special. This is pretty much my race bike. I was running a 9-inch Clockworks windshield on this bike until I decided that I need to take it off the road and not do as much long distance riding. That's what we got these other two bikes for. And now this one can give me straight all out performance. I'll tell you this, A Clockworks windshield does create downforce, okay? It does try to keep the front wheel planted, which is a good thing. But when you get off the throttle at high speeds, you will get a little bit of wobble because now that just turbulence that catches the lip of those windshields. Well, I went back to Harley. I got basically, I think this come on their older CVOs. It's very chopped. Matter of fact, I think this is more chopped than what comes on a CVO. But this one creates no turbulence. It absolutely does nothing for you. It's pretty much for looks. But when I get off the gas, you know, after I'm testing the bike or something like that, this bike doesn't give me any shake on the decel. Okay, there's no issues. There's nothing that goes on because this is just here strictly for aesthetics. I wear a full face helmet. The helmet's closed when I'm doing stuff like that. So I don't really worry about getting a lot of wind that's going to be blowing all over me. Now, if I were to go and take this bike out on the highway and just try and take a leisurely cruise, yeah, you're going to get a lot of wind on you. It wasn't designed for anything but for looks. Expensive. Costs over $200 too. So if you guys want one that's just for looks, always get you a Harley style. I'm not really a believer in a lot of the Amazon and the Chinese manufacturers. It's just not my style, but you get yourself something from Harley or one of these more reputable brands. Now you have yourself something. And at least, you know, just because it looks good and everything like that, it still has the Harley logo. So, you know, I'm not cheaping out on any windshield that I do put on these bikes because I believe, hey, you know, if you want to look good, you got to kind of pay the price for some of these things too. And I think that just goes without saying. So guys, let me take you over to the table and we'll look at some more windshields. All right, guys, we're at the table of doom. Nah, I'm just joking. These are windshields that I've used in the past. There's one that I was supposed to try out. I'm going to go through all these windshields and tell you how I really feel. I'm going to start from this side. Now, I had a 2018 Street Glide Special that I adored, but I just couldn't get that bike right, man. I just couldn't get comfortable on it. Too much wind, too much everything, and I tried everything, guys. This is the 6.5 inch. I think this is a 6.5 inch windshield that I had on the bike, and I'm like, it's still not doing any justice, but this is a Clockworks. So at the same time, the Street Glide for me just was good up to certain speeds, no matter what I put on the bike, but I even went to the best. Remember, these windshields aren't cheap, they're over $200. And before that one, I should have put these in a different order, but before that one, I went with the Harley 6-inch windshield, thinking this was gonna do a little bit more for me. But if you don't know, nobody's able to really tell you. They're just gonna sell you a windshield and say, hey, go try this one out. So neither one of those really worked for me. But when you go to the Road Glide, this is Harley's CVO Road Glide windshield. Not much to it, has a little bit of a lip, and I can tell you just by the way the bike is set up that this windshield did pretty good. Now, if it starts to get a little rough out there and the wind is really kicking up, then the windshield doesn't do much. But I ride with a full face helmet, so I knew this needed to be upgraded. So then I was sent this one. I'm not gonna give out the brand name, and I already knew just by looking and feeling, this was not gonna be the one for me. I've tried another windshield like similar to this one. There's not much lip to it. It's just a big wide windshield. It doesn't really have a lot of curve to it. I guess they're just trying to get the wind off you, but they're not shooting it in a direction that helps the bike. Usually when you put a windshield on your bike, it does a few things for you. It's gonna help the sound of your radio because everything is louder now. It's gonna put downforce on the bike. It's gonna blow the wind away from you. And if you guys run a car though, this will actually really help everything sound a little bit better. I have a higher volume. So before you go out and start spending money on you know, a new radio and speakers and different things like that, try your windshield first. If that doesn't get it done, then go ahead and do it. Now, I'll tell you, at 80 miles an hour, I can hear the radio on all my bikes pretty good. And that's because, yeah, I'm running the Clockworks. See, this is the Clockworks windshield, 9-inch, that sport flare that goes on my 21 Road Glide Special bipolar. And again, I took this off because it's not needed right now. I think that when I did have it on the bike, it did justice. It did a lot of justice. I was able to put the miles on it and take the trips on it and not feel so beat up because, you know, that was one of those things that I needed to have on the bike. So guys, do yourself a favor. go out and pick a good windshield. I kind of told you my horror story about windshields and how I came to get and put on what I really like at this point, but these are not bad. They will all keep the wind off you, but then there's just another level of, you know, keeping the wind off and getting better sound and being able to go a little bit faster with these bikes with these windshields on. So guys, if you have a windshield and something different that I don't have up here, you know, tell us all about it. What bike you got it on, and if it really works for you. If you tried these as well and they didn't work for you, let's talk about it. But guys, I want you to do me a favor and go ahead and like this video, hit the bell, hit the notification bell, because you need to know when these videos come out so you can be right on them and know what's coming next, especially for our Sunday talks. Guys, I go live every Sunday at 8 o'clock. Come check it out. It's like an AA meeting for Harley riders, guys. I'm going to tell it to you like that, but we have a lot of fun on Sundays. If you got any questions about these windshields, go ahead and drop it down in the comment section as well. Until the next time, guys, I appreciate you for watching, joining, subscribing. Till the next time, peace.